Hi all, welcome to the video. In the last video we looked at how we can create a function that scores numeric observations for a given column. Basically tries to score observations so that we can identify which observation is an outlier. If the score is more negative, then it essentially means that there are high chances of the observation being outlier. And if you remember, we basically created a function hb underscore numeric. So what we will do, we'll again run this function and we'll use a data set where we can apply this. Okay. Now just to check this up, so see x is a vector and which has value 1 through 100 and there are a couple of repetitions. Now if I just basically run it on this particular vector and if I check y, so essentially it is basically the scores assigned on x. Okay, you see since the last value is 100, the bucket where we have 100 are all high negative. Okay, now the thing is, let's analyze or let's use this function on a dummy data set or a data set available from CRAN. So there is a package Anomalize, and this Anomalize package has a tidyverse CRAN downloads data. Here we are specifically looking at package downloads for Lubridate, which is a package from tidyverse. Now if I do head of TF, so it essentially gives you on a given date what was the total count of download for that particular package, and we are trying to identify dates where there must have been a spurious activity or significantly higher or lower number of downloads. In order to make it more real, let's do one thing. Let's try and uh, replicate, or let's try and increase the number of records for this data frame. Currently the number of records is only 425. Let's try and make it to like close to 100, close to million, sorry. Replicate, I want to replicate it, let's say 2000 times, and I want to replicate TF and simplify is equal to false. Okay. Okay, it's basically replicating. Let's give it a couple of more seconds. You can skip this section while watching the video so that it is a little fast. Let me just have the count variable. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me stop this here. Let me try and abort it. Yes, terminate it. Okay. Okay, we'll quickly run this again and we'll just be selecting that particular column. Okay, let's see if I can get head of TF. Okay, no. So again quickly, and let me just select. Okay, the thing is, let me quickly select just the count variable. Okay, now let's again run this function. Let's quickly check if it is running. Okay, I think it is running fine. Yeah, it's running fine. Now let's first start with just okay. Okay, my bad. So instead of d.call, it will be rbind. Let's see. Okay, so you see now the number of records is around 500,000. Let's try and record the time. T1 is equal to sys dot time. Okay, and then sys dot time minus T1, and within this we will basically have TF2 is equal to apply apply it to df1 on all the columns, and basically our function will be hp underscore numeric. Okay, let's try and quickly do that. So start time. Okay, it's happening. Okay, yeah, I think it's capital S. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it took like less than a second. Let me try and make it to as close as possible to a million. Okay, so it ran in around 1.5 seconds. Okay, so the thing is, just a second, let me quickly show you. Okay, since it is a large matrix, okay, let me convert it into a data frame. Okay, let me see if I can get df2. Okay, now you see we have got certain scores, and if we basically look at the ones that have a very high negative score, then it essentially means that these are the spurious observation. In all these are all build up videos. I'm trying to explain the concept. In the end, we'll take a particular case, a proper case study, and we'll try to score observation. We'll first of all have a data set that is a mixed type, where it has both categorical as well numerical data set or numerical columns. We'll then score it, and then we'll do certain diagnostic around the results obtained, or exploratory analysis around the results obtained, so that you get the complete picture. All these videos currently are just the build up, so that we take one concept at a time, learn it, and then apply it once we do a very a complete sort of case study. If you like the video, do subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.